Hey Spuddies, PotatoMcWhiskey here, and welcome to a new Let's Play series. We're going to be doing the setup for this series here. I'm going to go over the mods that I'm using. Rise and Fall has been out for quite a while now, and I don't want to say that it's getting stale, but it's kind of like I just need something to spice up the gameplay a little bit. So I'm going to go over the mods that we're using here, one by one. We're using Sucrotect's Grand Canyon. It adds a new natural wonder to the game. It provides +1 food and +1 culture to adjacent tiles, and after the game reaches the industrial area, cities gain +4 tourism for each tile of the Grand Canyon they own, and it acts as a fresh water source. Very nice little natural wonder we're going to be using. Then we've also got Sucrotect's Great Blue Hole. It appears as a reef and provides +3 food, +2 production, and +2 in gold, and fishing boats within 4 tiles receive +1 culture regardless of ownership. So that's very nice. Then we're going to be using the Sucrotect's Tonley Sap. Provides +3 food, +2 production of fresh water. Builders that move next to it receive an extra charge. So this seems like a really cool one that we might get use out of if it appears in our game. And then we've also got Sucrotect's Fuji. A district built in adjacent tiles provide an additional +2 great person points per type. So that's cool. Then we're also going to be using another natural wonder mod called Terra Mirabilis. This is a rework mod, and it adds 13 new natural wonders: the Barringer Crater, the Cerro de Potosi, Grand Mesa, Mount Kailash, Krakatoa, Lake Victoria, Mont Latus Canyon, Old Faithful, the Rock of Gibraltar, Salar de Uyuni, and Mount Sinai, Sri Prada, and Wuliang. There's some other changes that it makes. It adds special ownership effects. No longer will units stroll next to it. So, for example, if you own the Giant's Causeway, I think you automatically get that benefit. And there's also yield rebalances going on here. All impassable natural wonders now provide +2 yields on adjacent tiles, and all wonders have had +5 yields on their own plots. There's also district adjacency, so natural wonders which sometimes pose a hindrance by the fact that placing a district on top of effective tiles means you lose that yields they provide. To compensate for this, specialty districts now receive standard adjacency bonus from being constructed next to a natural wonder, which will increase with each building constructed within them. So that's cool. There's also naturalists and natural parks. Naturalists are now purchased with gold instead of faith. Of course, they don't come cheap, but national parks now yield gold equal to their tourism output, so we should see that money back after a while. There's some other changes. There's less distance between natural wonders. There's 3 times more chances for natural wonders to spawn, and city-states will now spawn 5 tiles away from natural wonders where possible, up from the default 3. And you get 15 experience instead of 10 for discovering a natural wonder. Doesn't need any expansions, all that stuff. It has some mod compatibility things. So that's the natural wonders. We're also using Quick Start, which is just a mod that lets you go through the start of the game really quick. Then we're also going to be using Steel and Thunder unique units, which adds a new unique unit to every civilization in the game, as far as I can tell. And we're also going to be using the Steel and Thunder unit expansion, which adds a bunch of new default units, like the Longswordsman, Rifleman, the Cuirassier, adds a new light cavalry unit, adds a new ranged unit, rocket launcher, field cannons, all that sort of stuff. So the Conquistador, the Rifleman, all these kind of new units that we can maybe play around with. I was thinking of maybe going for a tourism game because I'm mostly playing with this sort of stuff. Well, we'll kind of see what we do. And then finally, I'm using the production queue, which is a fairly straightforward mod. It just adds the production queue as a thing. I'm also using map tax, which allows me to put unique pips on the map to keep notes on things, and then I'm also using the Sucrotect simple UI adjustments and yet not another Earth's map pack. So let's jump into the game now and get the game set up. We're going to start a single player game. We're going to create a new game. We're going to go into advanced setup here. I'm going to be playing on Deity with an ancient era start. I'm going to be playing on a standard map size on a, let's see, Earth. I think I'm going to go ahead and do continents, maybe? I'll just go for fractal. Let's do fractal. Fractal's a little bit different. Standard map size, standard world age. Although I think it would be kind of fun to go for like a map with less hills and mountains. So I think I might go for that. An old world. Standard start position balance. Temperature. I'm going to say that it's just a standard one. And I'm going to say, let's do a wet map with more woods, rainforest, and marsh. We're going to do a low sea level, so there's a little bit extra land. And I'm going to do a normal amount of resources, although I am kind of tempted by sparse. That could be a little bit of fun. Kind of just have a little bit of a different world going here, you know? Now, who are we going to play? I've been kind of hemming and hawing about who I wanted to play in this game. I think there's a lot of really interesting ones, but I feel like Georgia didn't get the fair shake that they deserve. So I'm going to be playing as Georgia. Especially since they get a new unique unit and there's a bunch of other stuff that make them a little bit better, you know? So I think playing with Georgia is going to be fun. You can also see down here, here's the random game seed. I'm going to type in a number. Let's go for that number. And then we will also do this number. And then just to make things a little bit harder, I'm actually going to say Barbarian Scouts can start at turn 0. So we're going to have to deal with more Barbarians this game. And that's going to make the game more interesting. Oh, there's actually a mod I forgot to add, which is better tribal villages, but we'll do that in the next series. So this is going to be the game setup. I think this seems like a pretty fun setup. I am kind of tempted to go up to a large map size and then just take away 2 people just so the map is a little bit bigger, and then add like an extra city state. I think that could be a little bit of fun too, actually. We'll just kind of make a nice big map for us to play around with, kind of a blank canvas for us to do. So that's going to be it. I will go ahead and get this game started. I'm going to save this configuration in case I crash or anything like that. This will be Georgia. Georgia modded Deity. And we'll go ahead and start the game. So, this is the introduction episode. The next episode will obviously be the full actual gameplay. So, see you guys later. I love you all very much, and bye-bye.